Hey yogis, I'm coming at you today from the beautiful Bahari Beach Resort in Mombasa, Kenya. This is a 20-minute intermediate yoga class. If you're brand new to yoga, this class might be a little too fast-paced and challenging for you. This class has postures in it such as wheel pose and headstand. If those are something you're familiar with, then you'll do great in this class. If you haven't done those before, I suggest you go back to my channel and find a beginner yoga class to help you build the foundations for those poses first. Let's jump right in. To begin, sit on your knees and try to get your sit bones onto your heels. Inhale, reach your arms overhead, touch your palms together. Exhale, drop your hands to your heart. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, take your left hand to your knee and twist to the right. Hold it there. Back to center. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, twist to the left. Return to center. Sweep the arms up again. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Place your hands down on your knees, cat and cow. Inhale, arch your spine. Exhale, curl. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. And back to neutral. Take your legs in front of you. Sit down onto your bum. Wrap your first two fingers around your big toes, shifting onto your sit bones, and extend the legs out, holding in a V. Seeing if you can lengthen the spine and sit up nice and tall. Bend the knees, feet go back down. Now cross your legs and just shift forward. Jump your feet out to come into a squat position. Hands at the heart, lift your chest. Reach your arms out to the side. Press through your legs, lift your arms overhead, and rotate to the front of your mat. Your left leg will be forward. Hands at the heart. Standing in a high lunge. Place the hands down, step back to a downward dog. Take a breath there. Look forward, step your right foot between your legs. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead, and exhale, take them down to your heart, finding that high lunge. Plant the hands, step back, find your plank position, and push up, down and up. Down and up. Keep your body as flat as possible as you go down and press back up. Try to lift the body as one piece. Hips go up and back. Come into a down dog. Feel free to walk out this down dog, bending one leg at a time, working into the lower body as you stretch the upper body. Lengthen both heels to the ground. Look forward, step your right foot between the hands. Drop your back knee, bend your back leg, reach with your right hand, take a hold of your foot and pull it in towards you. Then exhale, pull the foot away, arch your back, look up. Release the foot, press back into a plank. Moving through a vinyasa, exhale down, inhale to upward facing dog, exhale, hips up and back, down dog. Look forward, step your left foot up, and we'll repeat all of that on the other side. Coming down to the low lunge, dropping the back knee, reaching your left arm around to take hold of your foot, pull it towards you. Exhale, pull it away, arch your back, look up. Release your foot, plant your hands, go back to a plank, lower down chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a breath. Again. Look forward, step your right foot between your hands, find the low lunge. Lift your chest, take your arms out to a T, high lunge, sink and lift. So you're dropping to a lower lunge and then releasing. Lower lunge, release, drop, release. Now you're going to hold it down low, hold, hold, hold. Plant your hands, step back to a plank, chaturanga down. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, hips up and back, down dog. Repeating on the left side. Step your left foot through to a low lunge. Arms to a T, lift your chest, high lunge. Then drop and lift. Low to a little higher. Low to a little higher. One more. And now you drop and hold. Plant your hands, find plank. Chaturanga down. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a recovery breath. Inhale. Exhale. Look forward, step your right foot up, then your left foot up. Inhale, lift your chest, flat back. Exhale, forward fold, release. Bend your knees, then stretch your legs. Bend and extend. Bend, extend. From this forward fold, start to shift your weight side to side. Bend one knee at a time. Wiggle out your spine a little bit. Do what feels good. Come back to center. Bend your knees, sink your hips back and down. Lift your arms, find chair pose. Your weight should be on your heels, and if you look down, you should be able to see your toes. Arms go down and around as you inhale to stretch and stand. Arms touch overhead. Exhale, dive forward to a forward fold. Inhale, look up, flat back. Exhale, hop or step back to plank, chaturanga down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Breathe and stretch. Inhale. Exhale, push your chest back closer to your legs. Inhale. Exhale. Look forward, hop or step the feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive to stand. Touch your palms overhead. Exhale, arms down to your sides. Inhale, sweep the arms up, touch. Exhale, dive forward all the way down to your forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hop or step to plank, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Hold. Look forward, hop or step to the front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, stand. And exhale, take your arms down to your sides. Stand tall. Step your right foot back. Find your high lunge. Tuck your hip under. Plant your hands on your knee. Lift the chest. Try to sink down in that lunge. Rotate your back foot open. Find warrior two, looking over your front fingers, pushing the arms actively down. Your left elbow goes onto your thigh. Your right arm reaches overhead, side angle. Reach your top arm to your back leg, your other arm overhead to find reverse warrior. Back to warrior two. Rotate your shoulders and your hips forward. Sweep the arms down and overhead, finding that lunge, looking up. Plant the hands, come to plank, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, push back to a down dog. Repeat on the other side. Step your right foot forward, sink down, find the lunge, hands on the knee, lift the chest. Turn your hips open, warrior two, push your knee over your pinky toe. Elbow to thigh, right arm up overhead, side angle. Right arm goes down your back leg, left arm goes overhead, reverse warrior. Return to warrior two, sweep the arms down and around, rotating to high lunge. Release the arms, plant them on the mat, find plank, lower down. Inhale to upward facing dog, exhale down dog. Breathe. Look forward. You'll step your left leg forward so that when we turn, we'll face each other. Come to the lunge. Take your hands on your thigh. Drop and sink down, spreading your legs apart. Hold it here. You'll rotate to open your hips and sink down so that your left leg is bent, your right leg is extended like a half squat. Shift your weight over to the other side, to your right leg. Flex your toes on your left foot up toward the sky. We're going to rotate to the back of the mat to find high lunge on the other leg. Stretch the legs apart, push through the heel, lift your chest. Rotate back down so you bend on the right leg. Then you're going to shift up, put your hands right above your knees and shift side to side with your knees bent, opening up through your hips. Stretch one leg at a time. Find center. Let your chest come forward. Take your elbows into your knees and push your knees back as you lean forward, opening up through your hips. Take a twist, pushing your right hand into your knee and twisting your right shoulder inward. Switch to the other side. Turn the left shoulder in, push into your knee and twist the opposite direction. Come back to center. Stretch your legs, stand up. Rotate back to the front of your mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up, touch overhead. Exhale, dive forward to a forward fold. Inhale, flat back, lift and look up. Exhale, hop or step to plank, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Walk your feet out in this down dog. Really think about pushing your chest back and stretching one leg at a time. Drop your heels. Lift your toes, roll through your spine, drop your knees down to the mat. Walk your knees back and your hands walk to the front of the mat. Arch your spine to fold down and then curl and round your spine to come up. Arch to like a modified puppy pose and round to curl up. Start to try to get a little bit deeper every time you drop down into a bigger arch, more of a puppy pose. Drop down and sway your body gently side to side, letting your chest just hang towards the ground. Grab the top of your mat, push away from it as you sink down now to a full puppy pose, tailbone up high to the sky. Chin is on the floor and you're lifting your head trying to look up, but your chest is trying to push down onto the mat underneath you. Breathe as deeply as you can. Tuck your tailbone, roll up to come out of your puppy pose. Walk your hands back underneath your shoulders to cat and cow. Inhale, arch to cow. Exhale, curl round your spine to cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curl. Neutral spine. Tuck your toes. Shift back so you're sitting over your heels. Hands just come onto your thighs. Stretch out through your ankles and your feet, sitting back. Shift forward, back onto all fours, and then move into your down dog, pushing your hips up and back. Plant your right foot. Lift your left foot up to find three-legged dog, pushing your chest back. Bend your top leg, and then extend. Bend, open the hip. Extend the leg, pushing into your arms. Bend the top leg, extend it up to the sky. Pulse, and then try to hold it up nice and high. Bend the leg and release it back down to down dog. Other side, lift the right leg up. Bend, opening the hip, and then extend the leg back up. Bend, almost like you're trying to get your toe around towards your head. Extend. Bend the leg, reach the toe, and then extend the leg up. Try to split the legs apart. Little pulse, and hold it there. Bend your knee to step it down, back to down dog. Bend your knees, come forward, back onto all fours. Lift up onto your knees, step your right leg forward. Tuck your hips and push your left hip forward, sinking down, sending your front knee over your toe. Lift it up and then sink back down. You can add a lift with the chest as you come down and back up. Sink, lift the chest. Hold there, down. Keep trying to send the chest up towards the sky and then push back onto your back knee. Switch legs. Left leg forward. Same thing, tuck the hips, sink it forward. And then drop down, sending your knee over your toe to arch and release. Sinking down, lift the chest and push it back. Sink down, lift the chest. Squeezing the shoulder blades, hold it down nice and low, but keep trying to lift and arch back from your rib cage up. Lift the chest back up over you. Come onto both knees again and tabletop position. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, down dog. We'll make our way back to the three-legged dog, lifting the left leg up, stretching, straightening both legs. Hold it there. And then drop the leg down, shift onto your right arm, lift your left arm up to the sky, side plank. Rotate back to plank, lower down chaturanga, inhale up dog, exhale down dog. Same thing on the other side, right leg up to the sky. Hold it in the three-legged dog. Try to stretch the legs. Your leg goes down as you rotate onto your left arm. Lift your right arm up, side plank. Back to center, chaturanga down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Bend your knees, drop down into your tabletop position again, cat and cow. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale. Exhale. Neutral spine. Sit back over your heels. Take a little breath. We'll move into a headstand. Reach forward, place your forearms on the mat. Cup your fingers around your head. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up, and then see if you can float your legs up straight to the sky. If you can't do that, tuck your knees into your chest and then lift them up. So you're in a headstand, really pushing your elbows into the mat to take the pressure off of your head and neck. Bend your knees, sending your hips back and trying to tuck your knees into your chest. And then extend the legs back overhead, trying to control the action. Bend your knees, tailbone goes back as you hug the knees to your chest. And then reach and extend your legs back up overhead. Once again, bend your knees, hugging them into your chest. When they get as close to your chest as you can, extend your legs out to a 90-degree angle. And then try to float the legs down so the toes touch. When the toes touch, bend your knees and make yourself into a ball. Find your child's pose, reaching the arms forward and placing your forehead on the mat. Gently shift side to side. Lift your head back to tabletop, tuck your toes, and once again press up to down dog. Three-legged dog, left foot lifts up to the sky, sending it nice and high. Bend your leg, open your hip, and keep dropping back till you land on that back foot. Push your hips up, arch back, wild thing. Rotate back, place your hand and foot down to a plank. Lower down chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, hips up and back, down dog. Other side, sweep the right leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. Bend your top leg. Open your hip, reach your foot down until it goes to the ground. Flip your chest and hips to the sky. Lift your hips, arch back, wild thing. Rotate your shoulders and your hips back down to the mat to plank. Lower down chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, up and back, down dog. We'll use that same sequencing to move into a wheel pose. Three-legged dog, lifting the left leg up. Bend your top leg, reach the toe until it touches the ground behind you. Flip your chest and your hips up to the sky, and your arm reaches back to come on the ground. So both arms are on the ground. Press your hips up nice and high. Open your chest and send it through your arms. Find your wheel pose. Come up onto your toes. Press your chest forward. Extend your left leg up high. Three-legged wheel pose. Release your left leg back down onto the mat. You're going to turn over your left shoulder to rotate your chest back down to the floor. And then push your hips up to find down dog. Breathe here. I know that was hard. You can also walk out this down dog. Tricky sequencing. Tricky trying to figure out how to get in and out of those poses. It gets easier with practice and time. Other side, sweep the right leg up. Bend your knee. Reach your toe back till it touches the ground. Flip your hips and your chest to the ceiling. Hands go down. Just finding first the weight on your hands and feet, and then press the hips up. Open your chest. Push your chest through your arms. Lift up onto your toes. And your right leg goes up, this time three-legged wheel. Bend the knee, put the foot back down, flip your chest over your right arm, rotate. This is not my greatest side. I kind of fell out of that. That's all right. It just goes to show that no one is perfect. It's okay to make mistakes and fumble through some things. Come onto your hands and knees. Shift your weight side to side, letting your hips rock to release out. And sit back over your heels. Inhale, arch the spine. Exhale, curl. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curl. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curl. Shift your weight forward, back onto all fours. Drop your elbows down onto the mat. Just gently release your head and then come into a forearm plank. Squeezing the hips under, pushing up through your shoulder blades, so you're doing protraction of the shoulder blades. Really strong, stable position. Holding it here, working on developing strength in your shoulders and in your belly. Just keep holding it there in your plank. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the hips. Drop your knees down. Sit back over your heels, find child's pose, resting your forehead down on the floor. To keep this class short, we will not be doing a formal shavasana. You may do one on your own if you'd like. Otherwise, use this child's pose as that shavasana, trying to relax and release everything. Sit back up over your legs. Take a breath. Drop your head down, roll it over to the left and all the way up and around. Again, roll it that same direction. And switch, roll it the opposite way. Rest your chin down in your chest. Shift forward onto your hands and knees, and then just find your way to a comfortable seated position, resting your hands on your knees, sitting tall. Close your eyes, take a big breath in, and a big breath out. In and out. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up overhead, touching the palms together, and then dropping them right down the center to your heart. Repeat in your mind, with practice and patience, all things become possible. Thanks for joining me for that fast-paced yoga flow. I hope that you had some fun and enjoyed yourself. Be sure to like and subscribe for more yoga classes from across the globe, as well as from my hometown.